Okay, hi all. So today we are going to start discuss about the in-process hosting model in this video. If you are new to this video, so please watch previous video so that you can understand. And so today topic is in-process hosting model in the ASP.NET Core. So before in the previous video, we just discussed about the main method of the ASP.NET Core. So just to recall, so whenever the ASP.NET Core application will be run, so it will be looks for the main method because it will be initially console application. So main is the entry point. So in the background, the main method called the create host builder method, and that method called the create default builder method of the host class. And in that main method passing command line argument, so build method create the host where our application hosting. Run method the running the application, so that our application is listening our http request, client http request. So this is the very important method. That method name is create default builder of the host class. We're passing that same command line arguments. So what happened, this method uh, having set up our web server and loading our application and hosting server with hosting server configuration from the various sources. And the third one is the configure the logging part. So in the later upcoming videos, we will discuss about the various configuration sources of the ASP.NET Core and logging part also. So now we are consist about the in-process hosting model. So what happened, it will be set up the web server. So internally they call the use is method. I mean I just write that method name here. Sorry, use is method is there. Internally they call this method use is method. What happened in this method? This method uh, for our application to be placed into the is server, and that host app name is w3wpexe. Name is w3w sorry wpexe. I think you are you know that because in the ASP.NET application, whenever we develop, so when you deploy your application into the is server, that process name is worker processor name is w3wpexe. So here also same. So the worker processor name is w3wpexe. So but our Visual Studio use is express. So our processor name is is express dot exe. Our processor name is is express dot exe. So this is our process because our Visual Studio internally use the is express, so that if you use internally is express, so that our processor host name is is express exe. So I just save, and so whenever we run applications, so it is set as is express, so our hosting name is is express exe. So later I just go to the startup.cs class. Here I mentioned that what is the requirement of configure and configure service. But suppose I want to know which processor our application will be hosting, or so that region I just uh, uh, using that system class and having one diagnostic process, and this is process. Okay, this is process class, and for the process card get processor by name. So here I think that uh, process name, sorry, this is using task HTTP request process diagnostic process get process name by name, sorry, get process name. Here one of the method is there. You can see that one method name is that get process. See, create a new system diagram process component. Each process was a local computer. So here is the current process. So if you want to know that current process name, so active process, so we just select that get current process dot, and here having one property process name. So I just change the code like system diagnostic process get current process dot process name so that I can get exact process name. So internally that our Visual Studio use the IS Express. So when I run, so it will show as IS Express dot exe. But it is for development environment purpose we are using IS Express because it is a lightweight. It is the optimization version of IIS Internet Information Service. Whenever we move to the development environment, sorry, production environment, so we are host our application into the IIS server, Internet Information Service server. So this is IIS server is not a lightweight server, and that worker processor name is W3WPEXC. So it is this process. So I just run the application. So it will be run. So before the output will be displayed, I just discuss about one point. For performance, there are two ways of hosting. One is in-process hosting. Another one is the out process hosting. So what is in process hosting and what is the out process hosting we will discuss, but in this video we just focus on the in process hosting. Out process hosting later we can discuss. So now our application will be run, and this is the local host 4437, it's running. So you see that process naming IIS Express. So now you can see that process name is IS Express because Visual Studio internally use IS Express. So that process name is IS Express. For performance point of view, so I just before that I just tell that there are two process. One is the in process hosting model, another one is the out process hosting model. So in process hosting, so this is considered as a in process hosting model because this you are using the internal server. We can say that sorry, we are not using internal, we are using the IS Express of the Visual Studio, and it will be run, and we can see the output that IS Express X will be display. So that we confident that this is run into the IS lightweight IS Express. So when you go to the MVC demo, CS project section, here one of the tag is there SP .NET Core hosting model in the version of 2.1. You can able to view that, but now it's not able to view. There we can specify in process or out process. So in process means it will be indicate that in process hosting model, out process means out process hosting model. So for performance point of view, in process hosting model is better as compared to the out process hosting model. So now the in process hosting model, there are two server. One is the internal server, another one is the external server. The internal server is nothing but Crystal server. So what is that Crystal server? Crystal server is a cross platform. So any platform we can run our ASP.NET for application, so that you are using the Crystal server, it is also a edge server. So that it will be handle the client request and processing it and the response back to the client. So though it will be used to one server, so the performance will be more as compared to the out process hosting model. So out process hosting model, there are two server. One is the internal server, other is external server. The internal server is Crystal server. The external server, it may be IaaS, Internet Information Service, in Nginx, or you can say the Apache. So in this video, just concentrate about the in-process hosting model and what is the in-process hosting model. But in the upcoming video, I'll just talking about the out-process hosting model. So for generally, what happened whenever we go for the CLI command line argument, so we found that this is a cross-platform. So whenever we run our ASP.NET, a core application using command line argument, then what happened? It will be specify the it will be specify the uh, cross-platform environment, so that we can able to see the processor name of the uh, cross-platform processor name. So this is the Crystal server name. So this will be displayed as a .NET exe. So if you want to run through the command line argument, you just go to that, open that command line argument and go to the path where our project will be stored. So this is my path and my demo with my web application, my project name. So I just open the command prompt. So here I just go to that folder cd. So my demo, and here is the one is there another time on inside that one folder also there. So I just go inside it and just write command.net run. So I just click the OK button, so it will be executed and it will provide some URL. Yes, this is the in-process hosting. So in-process hosting, before that, say that in-process hosting, use the internal server. So that internal server is nothing but a Crystal server. What is that Crystal server? Crystal server is, you can say the Crystal server is a cross-platform. Any environment, we can run our ASP.NET Core application. Is now you see that it giving a information that now the listening on this HTTPS localhost 501, and now listening on localhost 5000. So I just go to the, so if you go and if you go and run, so click that and just press run it. So here continue to look custom check. See that my demo will be displayed. Why that my demo will be displayed? If you go to your applications solution explorer and open the launch setting.js file, so here you will specify that my demo is, and that ASP.NET core environment is development. You see that two URL are is there. One is the 5001, another one is 5000. The same thing here. It will be inform us now listening on HTTP localhost 5000 and 5001. And this is called internal server or Crystal server executions process name, and we are setting inside the launch setting.json. So in the upcoming video, a detail discuss about this. You can see the IS Express, because the IS Express means the Visual Studio internally use the IS Express. So that also available. So that's it. So in the upcoming video, we'll discuss about the out process hosting environment. So please subscribe my channel so that I can upload more and more videos.